I tell myself it's the altitude, the cold, the way sound seems to die just before it reaches me, the pine-scented fog that presses against the windows of the Laperal White House like something that wants in. I tell myself it's just Baguio. It's just the mountain air. It's just an old building settling into its foundation the way old buildings do. I tell myself this even as I step through the front door, and the smell hits me. Damp, narrow wood, decades of varnish, and underneath it, something older. Something that doesn't belong to wood or stone. Something the air has been carrying a long time. Hold on to entrance hallway, no cut. The house was built in the 1920s. Roberto Laperal had it constructed in the American colonial style. All white walls and wide windows and the illusion of openness. A family lived here. Children ran down this hallway. The wood under my feet remembers them. But then the war came. 1941. The Japanese Imperial Army took the house for themselves. What happened inside these walls during those years? What was done here, to whom, in which rooms, is not recorded cleanly in any history book. What remains is what always remains when violence soaks into wood and plaster long enough. A residue, an atmosphere. I feel it now. The cold is wrong. Not the good, clean cold of Baguio altitude, not the honest chill of pine forests and November fog. This cold is interior. It comes from somewhere inside the room, inside the walls, inside the air I am already breathing. I pull my jacket tighter and it does nothing. There is a staircase. I knew there would be a staircase. I have read about the staircase. But reading about a thing and standing at the bottom of it, in the actual dark, in the actual silence, these are not the same experience. The wood is dark. The banister curves upward and disappears into a shadow that the light from the hallway does not quite reach. I stand there. I listen. Somewhere above me, bare feet on hardwood. One step, then stillness. I count to 10. I tell myself it was the house settling. I take the first stair and the second. And then I stop, because there is a man at the top. He is standing with his back to me. Old. I can tell from the set of his shoulders the particular stillness of someone who has been standing in one place for a very long time, longer than any living person would stand anywhere. He is not moving. He is not turning. He is simply there, occupying the space at the top of the stairs the way furniture occupies a room, as if he belongs to the architecture now. I open my mouth. Nothing comes out. And then he is not there. Not gone. Not the way a person leaves a room. Just no longer present, the way a sound is suddenly absent and you cannot say exactly when it stopped. I realize my hand is gripping the banister so hard my knuckles have gone white, and the wood under my palm feels wet. The house has not flooded. There is no water here, but the wood feels wet. The second floor breathes differently. The air is closer. The wallpaper, pale, patterned with something floral that might once have been cheerful, has a texture I notice only when my shoulder brushes it. It feels wrong beneath my fingers. Not damp, exactly. Not cold, exactly. Something between the two that has no name, I know. The fog outside has thickened. Through the window at the end of the hall, I can see nothing but white. The jeepneys I heard from the road below, their engines, their music, the casual noise of a city living its ordinary life, have gone completely silent. I had not noticed them fading. I notice only their absence now. There is a window. I already know about the window. The girl in white, they say. Seen from the road below, standing at the glass, looking out. Local residents, tourists, people who had no reason to invent anything. I stand in the hallway and I look at the window and there is no one there. I exhale. I take one step toward the stairs, ready to be done with this, ready to be back on the road where the fog is just fog and the cold is just weather. And then something in my peripheral vision makes me stop. Not movement. Not exactly movement. More like the window has a reflection. And in the reflection, behind me, there is a girl. I turn. The hallway is empty. She is not there when I look directly. She is only there in the glass, in the reflection, in the place where looking directly is not possible, standing just close enough behind me that if she were real, if she were a person, I would feel the cold of her before I felt anything else. I feel cold. I walk quickly now, not running. I am not running. Down the staircase and through the hallway and out through the front door and through the iron gate and onto the road where the fog has thinned and there are sounds again. Engines, voices, the ordinary world. Exterior shot, viewer's perspective, looking back at White House. I walk for 2 blocks before I realize I cannot remember stepping outside. I remember the hallway. I remember the wallpaper under my fingers. I remember the cold. I do not remember deciding to leave. The light is wrong in the window. There is someone standing there, and they are watching me walk away.